Take a deep breath. Let it go. You've been chasing peace in all the wrong places. They told you to stay positive, to breathe deeply, to just be happy. But if that really worked, why do you still feel overwhelmed? Why does your mind race at night, replaying old memories, worrying about what you can't control? The truth is, your emotions aren't the problem. It's your relationship with them. More than 2,500 years ago, Buddhism revealed a path, not one of denial or toxic positivity, but of clarity, compassion, and deep inner stillness. It doesn't ask you to fake a smile or pretend you're fine. It teaches you to understand your emotions, to sit with them, and to free yourself from their grip. You don't need to run from your emotions. You need to meet them with wisdom. This practice teaches you to feel without being overwhelmed, to care without clinging, to let go without going numb. And as you listen now, something inside you begins to shift. Your breath slows, your thoughts soften. That tightness in your chest begins to dissolve. Not because the world changed, but because you did. You start to see emotions not as storms to survive, but as waves you can ride, with grace and balance. This isn't just a meditation. It's a turning point, a quiet revolution within. Are you ready? Let's begin. So much of your suffering isn't real. It feels real. It weighs heavy. It clouds your mind and drains your energy. But what if the pain you carry isn't just from what happened, but from what you told yourself about what happened? That argument you can't stop replaying. That failure that still haunts you. That moment of embarrassment that echoes long after the world forgot. This is what Buddhists call the second arrow. The first arrow is life. It's the heartbreak, the illness, the rejection, the loss. That pain is real, and it hurts. But the second arrow? That's the judgment, the overthinking, the spiral of, why me? That arrow is optional. The first arrow wounds you. The second one is self-inflicted. And this is where freedom begins. Not by changing the world, but by choosing not to pick up that second arrow. Think of a time when you were hurt. The pain was sharp. But how long did it last? A minute? An hour? And how many days or years have you kept that pain alive? By reliving it? We don't just feel pain, we extend it. We stretch it out like a rubber band until it snaps back and hits us again. That's the second arrow, and most of us are full of them, wounded by our own thoughts. So how do you stop? First, by seeing it. Because you can't let go of what you don't even notice. Maybe you lost your job. The first arrow hits. Fear, sadness. Then the second comes, I'm not good enough. This always happens to me. Now you're not just in pain, you're drowning. Not from the event, but from the story you told yourself afterward. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. Catch your mind in the act. Pause. Breathe. Instead of spiraling, say, sadness. You're here. You don't judge it. You don't fight it. You observe. And when you stop clinging to the emotion, you'll notice something remarkable. It fades faster. It passes, like clouds moving across the sky. This is mindfulness, presence, sati. It's the stillness between what happens and what you do next. That's where your freedom lives. So let's go deeper. Why do we fire the second arrow? Because the mind craves meaning. It hates discomfort without a story. So it adds one. Blame, fear, assumptions. But those stories only keep the pain burning. A teacher once said, "You are the sky. Everything else is just the weather." Let go of the storms you've been clinging to. Let them pass. Even peace once clung to becomes a trap. Let go of control. Let go of the grasp. Real love is open-handed. It says, I care, but I won't lose myself in your pain. That's non-attachment. That's strength. That's compassion. We suffer not because of what people do, but because of what we expected them to do. Let go of expectations. Live with love, without the grip. That's where power lives. Not over others, but within yourself. This practice is not a one-time realization. It's a daily decision. To stay kind, to stay present, to stop participating in your own suffering. You stop chasing peace like a prize, and realize it's already here. beneath the grasping. And as we continue, you'll go even deeper. You'll learn more tools, more clarity. But it all starts here, with the moment you stopped believing every thought your mind told you, and you began to see emotions as visitors, not masters. Pain will still come. But suffering? That's a path you no longer walk. You stopped firing the second arrow, and you found your peace.